Okay, so let me show you where we are. We're in Malaysia. Malaysia, of course, is here, and then at the top there's Thailand, and at the bottom there's Singapore. Now we're going to zoom into Malaysia. On this top here at the Thai border, in the middle of the country, there's a place called Royal Belum State Park. And there is a huge lake here. The top of the lake is called Belum, Royal Belum, and the bottom is Temengor. It's actually one lake, but it's divided into two areas. And now if we go in up the top here, there's a tributary, there's a river that comes in here. And there's a village on the mouth of that. See, that's Royal Belum State Park. Temporarily closed, actually it's open again to some people. And then we follow this bay up here, and this is Sungai Tiang village. Oh yeah, Sungai Tiang. And then this here is the river, Sungai Tiang. Zoom out a bit, and you can see it's actually a very big river. It goes all the way up here. A bit further as well, but anyway, but we were interested really in the lower, probably half.
Aduh, habis kahwin sudah. Satu sampai 6. Satu.
Look at that, that's nice loops, look at that. She's taking the rod too far, but I'll let them play around with it and work it out. Maybe. Oh, very nice. Fong's first fly.
First fly.
Oh, look at that. Oh, fantastic. So I've come up here with Fong to train 4R and Asli guys. Ray, Roy, Khairo and Hasan to become fly fishing guides in this river, and to start with teach them to tie flies and train them for their fly casting. This is a nice fly, as you can see. Slight variation of what I've tied. And we've got them fishing as well. It's funny, when people start fishing they often seem to forget about the back cast. Obviously it's going to take a bit of practice, a bit of training. We were pretty unlucky, the water's quite clear here, but for 2.5 of the days it was really very dirty. So we spent more time casting and tying flies than actually fishing. But next time we will spend a lot more time discussing fishing techniques and line management and all those good things. What a beautiful place, as you can see. This is real wild Malaysia. And I've got no idea what they're talking about. Names of rivers, I think. We had a very good time up there. Very good time. This is Ray here. He's working on his double haul. Actually, just getting hold of it here. Got the haul, but getting there. Now he's really getting into it. This is Roy. He's actually a pretty damn good caster. There's Fong working on his double haul. Very creative flies. I showed them basic techniques and they've come up with some interesting stuff. She came up with fidget flies sort of independently, which I found very interesting. This is Elong, very good tie. Here we are working on back cast reels. It's Hasan trying to put the line through the hoop. Back to the river.
About this project, it's about our initiative to co-manage this river and the ecosystem with the community, where we're going to give some of their rights and also their access to these resources They've been protecting this river for quite a few years, and how can we maximize this for their benefits? They can they can get some alternative livelihood from tourism, and we're trying to explore if we can turn this into a prime fly fishing destination.
And what is your job, by the way?
Hey?
And what is your job?
I'm an officer with the Perak State Park Corporation, so I work here in Belum. So it's very interesting how we use fish as one of the proxy for the conservation of this area. So where people can experience the fishing, and also right here in the middle of the wilderness with the elephants, with the tiger, with the gaur, all the big mammals. And this is a wild place where there are not many places like this left in Malaysia or in the world.
Yeah.
And this is a very unique experience.
Well, there we go, a fish. Little sabara out. Proper. Found Fong.
I think it's a footprints of clouded leopard, and there are 3 sets of print. There's one here, the bigger one. This is a smaller one, and another smaller one here.
How big are the leopards?
The size of a dog?
Okay. Dangerous?
Nope.
No?
Well, if you try to catch it, if you grab it, then it's dangerous. Otherwise, it's very elusive.
And what colour are they?
Very nice. It's clouded leopard. It's yellow base with patches of dark brown.
All right. Good for fly tying then.
No. Don't even think about that.
It was just here right on the inside. On the inside here we just had a nice sabara of about, I don't know, a couple of kilos maybe. And I'll get a picture from Fong and we'll add that later, me holding it. So even though the water's dirty, it is actually still possible to fish, and I just had a sabara. And I wonder, maybe this is exactly the conditions that you want for sabara. So this is a Mahseer project that we've got going here. We've just started teaching for Asli, the local indigenous people here, to fly fish so they can become fly fishing guides. On this river here, Sungai Tiang in Belum, Royal Belum State National Park, in the jungle here. This is kind of the river's a bit dirty, as you can see. So today I've been teaching, well, the last few days, been up here for 3 days, I've been teaching them to cast and tie flies and talk about leaders and fishing tactics. We haven't been able to fish very much because of the colour of the water, but we've tried anyway, and I had quite a nice sabara there, so that was good. And but anyway, this project really does need some help. We're really short on tackle, so if you've got anything in your shed or in your garage that you don't need, 5 or 6 weight rods, even 8 weights for the sabara, or 3 and 4 weights for the tengus, which is the copper Mahseer, we would really appreciate this. And reels, I'm very short of reels for these guys. And we could have some cash as well. We've got a thing up there on GoFundMe, and we pay them a small amount of money for their training fee, and we cover their food, and we need money for the petrol too. So we do need a little bit of cash, and it's going to be about a 2-month training program before we can hopefully get a few people on here. I think ultimately this project will actually do very well, and I think they'll have a good income from it. And the income from this project doesn't just go to the guides themselves. It goes to the Asli community in the village, and they can share this money. And they certainly need it. If you see the village, they could certainly do it with a bit of help. So this is a great project. So it both protects this river, enhances it, makes it all catch and release, fly fishing only, and gives these guys a livelihood and their children, hopefully. and brings fly fishing here. It's fantastic, isn't it? Fly fishing, catch and release for indigenous population. It's great. Beans. Potatoes. Traditional English cooking. You're going to love this. Yeah, absolutely love this. You probably won't want to eat anything else ever again. So this guy's put his fly. Some of these fly rods, eh? And traditional fly rod here. Hasan's first fish! Oh, it's okay, it's alright. Yeah! Okay, great.
Okay.
Goodbye.
One of the flies gets stuck on a rock. A lot of people will just sort of break off, but not Elon.
Celah-celah batu.
And now on the last day we have to head out. I've left my boat downstream because we couldn't get it back up the river. It wasn't quite enough draft with the 30 horsepower. So now we're floating back down.
Potong dulu. Tolak batu tau, tolak.
Dah, payah dah. Payah dah.
Oh, dah. Ya, batu dia. Kristes. Batu. Oh, dia naik ah. Naik atas.
Nah, bagi dia. Makan.
Nice leisurely end to the trip. But not quite because there's an elephant blocking our way. Doesn't want to let us past. Right, it makes a dash for it. Fortunately you don't get to see this bit, but the elephant charges halfway across the river. Not a happy elephant, this one. All in all, a great trip. We'll be back next week. We'll head much further up the river, spend a lot more time working on techniques, and hopefully the weather will be a bit better for us. Can't wait.